Hello. As we start week 2 of Being Truly Human, we return to the subject of humility. What does it mean to be humble? The proverbial phrase to err is human, to forgive divine, was written by the 18th century poet Alexander Pope in what he called an essay on criticism, part 2, written in 1711. Pope explains that while anyone can make a mistake, we should aspire to do as God does, that is, show mercy and forgive sinners. That aspiration to do as God does means that we don't just accept our fallen human nature that makes mistakes, in my own case very frequently. Making that same application to our own lives mean that we should not only forgive others, but we need to forgive ourselves and learn how to listen in the right way to the critique and forgiveness of others. I recently listened to Bethel pastor Chris Valentin give 15 aspects of humility, 6 of which I'm going to mention today because they were quite similar to others in terms of how we need to watch and listen to others. Unfortunately, we naturally, particularly myself, tend to shy away from these 6 if at all possible, because we don't like to be wrong. Indeed, I have been wrong. I have to admit I'm wrong, and it pains me to do that. But the truth is that if we're right all of the time, then we will never actually learn anything new. So here they are. Number 1, being influenceable. Allowing other things around us to influence what we do and what we say and what we think. Influence our behaviour. Be correctable, above all without leaping to our own defence immediately. One of the big lessons I learned many years ago was I don't always have to be right. Being right actually isn't always right. Naturally, number 4, naturally seek advice from other people. All of those things put together aspire to number 5, which means to be teachable. If we stop learning, then we start dying. We need to be lifelong learners. And in order to do that, we have to, number 6, learn to admit our flaws, our mistakes, and our failures. Yes, indeed, to err is human because as mankind, we have fallen short of what God always intended us to be. But my lifelong desire is to become truly human, to be more like the person God intended me to be. And to do that, I must listen and learn. The Apostle Paul wrote in 1 Corinthians 11, "Be imitators of me as I am of Christ." In modern parlance, we tend to think of imitation as false, insecure, not the genuine article. But that was certainly not the sense in which Paul was writing. Think of it more as reflecting. If we see something that is good, we aspire to copy it, to mirror it. Paul did only tell us to imitate him as we see him imitating Jesus. So I want to encourage you to listen and learn from others. As you see them reflecting the goodness of Jesus, then so you should work to reflect the goodness that you see and learn from others. This is what Jesus was saying when he told his original group of followers to go and make disciples of all nations. That as nations saw them reflecting Jesus, that they too would reflect what they saw in his followers. So, look around you please. What do you see, or who do you see, imitating the goodness of Jesus? Why not imitate them? Do and be the good that you see in others. Become more like Jesus. Become more truly human. God bless you.